All right, let's jump right in. We're going to tackle a question that sounds incredibly simple, but trust me, the answer pulls together everything from neuroscience to the seriously strange world of quantum physics. So, let me just ask you, straight up, where is your mind? I mean, right now, as you're hearing my voice, where is it physically located? For most of us, the answer just pops right into our heads. It's right here. It's inside my skull. The mind is the brain. Simple. End of story. Right? Well, what if that's not the whole story? What if that's only a tiny piece of a much, much bigger puzzle? Okay, so first things first. We've got to draw a really clear line between the actual physical stuff in our heads and the experience that we call the mind. Think of it like this. The brain, that's the physical organ. It's the 3 pounds of neurons and chemicals and electricity that we can literally scan and measure. But the mind is your awareness. It's the feeling of understanding something, the experience of a memory, the subjective taste of coffee. They're obviously connected, for sure, but they are not the same thing. Probably the best way to get your head around this is a simple analogy. The brain is the hardware, right? It's the computer. But the mind is the process that's running on that hardware. And a process isn't a thing that just sits in one spot. It's an activity, a flow of information. Now, to really dig into how a process can be bigger than its source, we're going to take a little detour. And it's a weird one. We're heading into quantum physics with the legendary Richard Feynman as our guide. See, Feynman and his buddies discovered something profoundly bizarre about how the universe works at the tiniest levels. It turns out that the act of looking at something, of observing it, isn't a passive activity at all. The observer is actually part of the outcome. You participate. So what does that actually mean? Well, before you measure a quantum particle, it doesn't really have a definite state. It's just a smear of probabilities, a cloud of maybes. It could be here, it could be there, it could be spinning up or down, all at the same time. But the absolute instant you look at it, the moment you measure it, that whole cloud of possibilities collapses. It snaps into one single concrete reality. Your act of looking seems to force the universe to make a choice. And this is the mind-bending part. It means you can't neatly separate the thing you're looking at from the person who's doing the looking. They're tangled up together. Now, this isn't some kind of magic. It's a deep, fundamental puzzle about the nature of reality itself. Okay, so quantum weirdness. What on earth does any of this have to do with where your mind is? Well, if observation and interaction are so fundamental to reality, maybe they're fundamental to our minds too. Let's make this super simple. Think about the color red. Where is the redness of a strawberry? Is it in the strawberry itself? No, that's just a surface reflecting a certain wavelength of light. Is the redness in your brain? Nope, that's just a specific pattern of neurons firing. The actual experience of red, it only exists in the interaction between the light, your eye, and your brain. It's a relational event. And this idea actually has a name in cognitive science. It's a really cool theory called extended cognition. And it says that the mind isn't locked up inside the skull. It actually extends, it spills out into our bodies and even into the tools we use in the world. So you can kind of think of your mind as having layers that spread outwards. It starts with the brain activity, of course, but it also includes your body's state. Gut feelings are a real thing. It includes the tools you use around you, and it even includes the language you use to structure your thoughts. And hey, think about it. We do this all the time without even realizing it. When you write a note to yourself so you don't forget something, that notebook is literally acting as an external part of your memory system. A calculator isn't just a tool, it's an extension of your mind's ability to compute. That reminder you set on your phone, that is your mind reaching through time to poke your future self. These tools are part of your cognitive loop. So let's bring this all home. Let's try to put all these pieces together and come up with a better, more complete answer to that first big question. But hang on, one really important clarification. Let's be crystal clear about what this doesn't mean. This isn't saying your mind magically creates reality or that your consciousness is controlling quantum particles. The big shock here isn't about mysticism. It's about realizing the limits of our ability to separate ourselves from the world we're a part of. So let's ask one last time, where is your mind? Well, it's not just a physical object sitting in your skull. It's in the dynamic electrical dance of your neurons. It's in the focus of your attention. It's in the way you interpret the world. It's in the constant looping interaction between your brain, your body, and your environment. Which brings us to this final idea. Maybe your mind isn't a noun. It's more like a verb. It's less of a place you can point to and more like a living, breathing, constantly unfolding event. And right now, what part of the world is a part of your event?